Welcome in, everybody, to Betting Pros. It's time to place your bets. It is me, Joey P, Joe Pisapia, and this is BP NFL. It's Turkey Day, everybody. That's right. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there, everyone who's been with us all season long. And if you just found the channel, we appreciate you hanging out with us. I would dare to say, with my co-host here, Scott Bogman, this is the best Thanksgiving slate of games I've ever seen in my young life. That's right, very young. And I am excited about it. I'm excited to bet on it. And of course, Scott Bogman and I are going to go through our favorite picks for each and every game. And of course, the Turkey Day Parlay, which is a tradition. We've hit it, I believe, 2 years in a row. I think we missed it one, but 2 years in a row, we are hitting the Turkey Day Parlay. And I want to make it 3 for 3. So I am ready for that. Scott Bogman, are you ready for some football and some eating on Thanksgiving?
I mean, the two things I'm always ready for, Joe, are football and food. So yes, of course I'm ready. It's the best holiday there is. You get to pig out and watch football all day. What is better than that? I mean,
nothing.
Spending all your money the next day? No, too much. Yeah. I like eating and watching football. So yes, I'm very excited. And I think you're right. You know, you said this yesterday. I didn't really think about it, but looking at this and even the Black Friday game as well, it is a great slate of Thursday, Friday games, and you have a lot of good rivalry games in college on Friday as well. There's a lot of.
You remember that Black Friday game a couple of years ago? It was like the Jets and Dolphins. Remember that weird blowout game? Like that was such a turd of a game, right? Like this is and we have a Black Friday special coming in shortly too. So this is Thanksgiving. Black Friday show will be out as well. So let's get after Thanksgiving here. Before we do, again, we want to show our gratitude to our base here. We are giving away a Kyron Williams helmet for free, courtesy of our friends at pristineauction.com. All you have to do is head to bettingpros.com/contest, complete the form, and either download the Betting Pros app, leave a review of the Betting Pros podcast, or subscribe to our social media channels at Betting Pros on X, on TikTok, and Betting Pros NFL on the IG. The more actions you complete, the more entries you'll receive, and we'll be announcing the winner right here on this very channel. So flip those notifications, ring that bell till it goes ding, so you never miss a new episode and you can claim your prize. All right, let's start Green Bay, Detroit right now. You get +2.5 right now on Green Bay at even money, -2.5 for Detroit at home. Tough in-division game. These two teams jockeying for position in a very competitive, now all of a sudden, NFC North. Except for the Vikings, of course. They're not very competitive at all. 48.5 for the over, 49.5 for the under. +130 on the money line for Green Bay, -135 for Detroit. I'm going to make this real simple. Once again, it's the team total for me at home for Detroit, just like it is every single week that they are at home. Hit this last week. It was a much higher number. This week, it's just 26.5. So yes, please. We're going there. So give me the over for the 26.5 there for the team total for Detroit. Again, I don't want to mess around with Jordan Love and how he feels and what may or may not happen in this in-division game. The one thing I know is going to happen, Detroit will find a way to put up some points in this game. They always do at home. It's the Coors Field of the NFL, as Andrew Erickson likes to call it. And I'm going to stick with Jahmyr Gibbs, but instead of going with the rushing or the receiving, I'm just going to go with the total yards over 101.5 at -114. A huge output from him last week against the Giants. Now, look, Green Bay, a better defensive team for sure, but I still think we can cross that century mark between the rushing and the receiving. So when you look at Packers and you look at Detroit, what do you see on your slate that you want to bet, Boggs?
I like Detroit at home, right? It's less than a field goal. It's -2.5. And by the way, in a close game, whose special teams are you trusting between Detroit and Green Bay? It ain't Green Bay's. I can tell you that much, right? And the Packers have just been so wishy-washy. They're on the road here. It's Thanksgiving. It's short rest. I really like Detroit at home. So I think that's my favorite bet in this game. I also kind of like the under. I just don't really like the way that the Packers offense has been performing. Jacobs also, banged up if he does play in this game, which we kind of expect him to, but still not sure. So I just think I like them to score less points. Their defense has played well, but they are very Jekyll and Hyde. They look terrible against the Giants. They should have lost that game. They look great against Philly the week before. So I think Detroit's at home. They need this game. I think they get this game. So I like Detroit, but I also have a prop here. Ooh, I'm going to go Christian Watson, longest reception over 23.5 yards. He's hit this in 3 of the 5 games since he's been back. And the Lions have given up the 5th most 20-yard completions this season at 37. So lots of big plays that this Lions defense is giving up. Christian Watson is a big play guy for the Packers. So I like that combo.
I like that as well. I'm also curious too, if Jacobs does play, what Emmanuel Wilson totals end up being too. Like that might be a sneaky little thing too, because just because Jacobs is back doesn't mean that Wilson's not going to find some some carries there. I even could look for anytime touchdown from Emmanuel Wilson too, just, from contact standpoint.
I was asking, I'm curious for your on the fantasy side, would you start JMO or would you start Christian Watson in this game? Because the Packers actually number 1 in big plays allowed at 21, and they're first in the NFL. And we've got these guys at 27 or 28, whatever.
I thought JMO would have a big week last week against the Giants, but it was not really meant to be. It was all Jahmyr Gibbs. So I might say overdue. I think I would lean towards the healthier quarterback there, because I know Love's a little banged up. So, but it's close. It's close. I mean, honestly, I like both of them. I'd want to start both of them and, watch my players play on Thanksgiving. So unless I'm playing, unless I'm like, this is the stuff where like you're playing for a playoff spot. You got to really dissect and all that stuff. Otherwise, let's play them both. Let's have some fun. Let's see what we got here. But I think both have touchdown equity in this game. So that's what I'm looking for. Now, remember, today's show is brought to you by Hard Rock Bet, as always. And there are 3 things to be thankful for this week: family, food, and football. And Hard Rock Bet can easily help you sneak in bets while your crazy uncle goes on his annual rant about the good old days of, I remember when there was just 2 games on. Now you got to watch football all day. What a terrible way to shut up, uncle. Nobody likes you. Sign up today. And you can feast with 150 in bonus bets when you place a $5 bet, and you get your winnings plus 150 in extra bonus bets. That's an offer you can't pass up no matter what. And if you're not sure what to place your first bet on, well, of course, we're trying to help you here. And the Stats Hub over at Hard Rock Bet can also help you with the streaks, the trends, and the stats to guide you in the right direction. Plus, this week, Hard Rock Bet, you get 50% profit boosts, 1 for each Thanksgiving Day football game. So it's a perfect time to download the app, and you get the same game parlay or SGP max, so your bets pay extra winnings. There's new promos every day. So if you're listening, just check in and see what's happening that day on Hard Rock Bet. But you can't check out if you don't download. So download the Hard Rock Bet app today. All right, next game on the slate. Huge one. Big implications for both these teams. They're starting to trend in the right direction, but feels like the Highlander, there can be only one right now, because the Kansas City Chiefs -3 favorites on the road. Dallas plus 3.5 -115, over 51.5 at -110, under 52.5 is what you're finding on BettingPros consensus line, and the Dallas Cowboys money line, which is intriguing at plus 162. Look, Pickens has played out of his mind, but I think I'm just going to keep this very simple. So one thing I know about the Kansas City Chiefs in the last couple years, Boggs, they play close games. They don't really blow people out anymore. It's just not their bag. And this offense of the Dallas Cowboys has shown you and reminded you even last week that they can get back into any game. No deficit is too small for the Dallas Cowboys offense, right? So short week be damned. I like the Dallas Cowboys plus 3.5 here. Now, I just think they're going to find a way to keep this one tight, which is going to be good theater for all of us. So that's my favorite bet from this game on the line. And my favorite prop from this game is Patrick Mahomes over 267.5 passing yards. I'm still not convinced that, everything is all fixed and all hunky-dory here with the Dallas Cowboys defensively. And to tell you the truth, I would have set this number higher. I would have had this number in the 270s at least. So I think you can even approach 300 in our out of bounds on Fantasy Pros contest this week. I have Mahomes for my 300-yard passer. So I think you can get it done this week. Running game has been not so great this year for the Kansas City Chiefs either. So that means a lot of Mahomes. So give me Mahomes over, Dallas to cover with the 3.5. Boggs, what are you taking?
Have you seen the money on this game yet? Like Green Bay and Detroit is pretty split, right?
Yeah.
It's favors Green Bay a little bit. It's heavy on one side. Which one do you think it is?
I imagine Kansas City.
It's the Cowboys, man.
It is the Cowboys. Well, now I like my
over
bet. Way to ruin my holiday.
85%. It's over 85% on the Cowboys. But I think I honestly think that's right. Personally, I like the over, right? Because I think the Cowboys have one of the best offenses in the league right now. We were talking about this on Out of Bounds. Might be one of the best units in the NFL.
Averaging 30 points, offense. More than 30 points at home this year.
Incredible, right? And the Chiefs have been tough. They're going to be able to score points. This defense has been fixed as much as it can be for the Cowboys. It's still not perfect, right? Even with the good run defense that they showed last week, the secondary is still a bit of a mess. So I like points. Over 51.5 in this game is my play. I also like it. The props were real tough in this game because Rashee Rice is a little banged up. Pacheco might be back as well. So the numbers on the Kansas City side were not great, but I mean, filter everything to Travis Kelce for me then. Give me a Travis Kelce anytime touchdown right now. It's plus, you're getting plus money on that, plus 120. I'm taking that on Thanksgiving. So, yep, give me Travis Kelce anytime touchdown in this game.
All right, one more game remains. It's in the evening, and it's the triumphant return, fingers crossed, of Joe Burrow. Now, Lamar Jackson's dealing with a toe issue, too, which we just kind of found out some news. So on top of the hamstring, it's been a toe issue. That explains why maybe some lackluster performances we've gotten. He doesn't practice that first day.
Have you ever seen the movie Without a Paddle?
No, I know the movie you're talking about. I know the movie you're talking about, but I've never seen it.
It's a fun, dumb movie. I love it.
I like those are two words to describe me. Fun and dumb.
But there's a point where they fall through this hole, and I think Matthew Lillard hits the ground, and he gets up and he goes, "Oh, my throat, neck, chest." That's Lamar Jackson. That's Lamar Jackson on that.
And you know what? Once you said Matthew Lillard, I was like, yes, I have seen that. Now that I'm thinking about it, I have seen it. It's a long time ago.
Does a bear ass in the woods? Usually.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Burt Reynolds is in that movie, man.
That's right.
That was,
oh my God. Yeah.
He shows up in it. But yeah,
that was some weird stuff at the end of his career.
That's Lamar Jackson though. Ow, my throat, neck, chest. You know, it's like he gets on the injury report. It's head, shoulders, knees, and toes here for him right now.
But it hasn't been great. Like he hasn't been off the charts.
He's clearly not 100%.
No,
right.
I mean, he was QB 3 or 4 every single game to start the year, and he's been like QB 17, QB 26, like it's been all over the map. It's not been great. So that makes this game really interesting because what happens typically when these two teams get together is overs, massive overs, overtime. It's 41-40. It's been that kind of style game typically for the last couple years with these two quarterbacks both out there. But neither quarterback's 100%, which makes this one tricky. So we're not going to get T. Higgins in this game. We will get JaMarr Chase back. Cincinnati plus 7.5 is what you're getting on BP. 50.5 for the over. You're getting Baltimore minus 6.5. You're getting 52.5 for the under, plus 295 for the Bengals upset. Look, the Bengals have a 1% chance to make the playoffs. They have to win every single game. So this is it, right?
Right.
No, but that's the Joe Burrow equivalent of saying, so you're saying there's a chance, right? That's Joe Burrow. So he always thinks that's why he's playing. So I'm taking the over on this one. I'm going to go back to the old days because I think right now, it would be smart to say, hey, this guy's making his first game back in a while. Lamar Jackson not 100%. I think that's all good process. And there's one thing that we've learned from all these games. There's always one game that goes cockeyed, where the good process on Thanksgiving goes out the window. All right, just like the cranberry sauce that nobody wants to eat. Okay, this happens so this is my strange, quote unquote. Every Thanksgiving, I try to find the strange. Now you can take whatever that is for whatever you want to take it. But I'm telling you right now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the over on the 50.5 here, 51.5. You can get at different spots there right now. And I think we're in a good spot with this. And I think there will be some desperation here. And I think old rivalries will ignite a little bit. And I know it's a short week and I get all that stuff. I don't think Lamar had to do all that much to beat the Jets last week. So I'm going to go ahead and take the over. What do you like in this game, Boggs?
There's a lot to like here. I think the over is definitely in play, Joe. Like you said, I love that call, especially with Burrow back, right? I like Cincinnati, though. I just think Baltimore's been playing close games. I think you said it best. We're pretty sure that he's not 100% Lamar Jackson, right? And this has been a trend. He didn't practice again to start the week. Then he comes in, but this is a short week. Less reps is not good, even for a guy that is, a seasoned veteran MVP like Lamar Jackson. You want those reps in practice, specifically on short rest. So I like the Bengals plus the 7.5. I like your overcall, and it's actually dipped, right? I think it was 51.5 yesterday. It's 50.5 as we're recording this. So I like that as well. But there's also some props I like here. Derrick Henry over 17.5 rushing attempts. The juice isn't the best on it. It's minus 130. I'd rather take it at like 18.5 if it jumps up with worse juice. I think that's probably better. But Henry has passed his 6 straight games in a row because Lamar has been gimpy, and he still is. And opponents are averaging 30.5 rush attempts against Cincinnati. They are 30th in the NFL, right? Just baby, soft, Charmin defense up front for this Bengals team this year. So I think Derrick Henry gets the rock a bunch of times. And with JaMarr Chase back, T. Higgins down, they're projected to be losing in this game, specifically late. JaMarr Chase over 7.5 receptions, I think, is an easy play. They're projected to lose. Burrow, his quarterback, is back. I think this is just going to be a lot of filtering towards JaMarr Chase in this game. Plus, he put out his weepy apology nonsense that no one really believes. But I think this dude when you do something that stupid and your team is on the brink of playoff elimination, you have to go ball out. And I think, that's what he is going to do. I think he's going to put on a performance here on national television on Thanksgiving. I think we're going to see JaMarr Chase try to redeem himself here.
Well, JaMarr Chase this past week spit me out of my guillotine league. So thanks, JaMarr. Appreciate that.
Wah, wah.
Got real close here towards the end, but, just no JaMarr Chase. Lost by a couple points. What are you going to do? Thanks, JaMarr.
I got to make cuts in a guillotine league. You just reminded me. Thank you.
There you go. All right, everybody. It's your favorite tradition here around Betting Pros. It's time for the Turkey Day Parlay. That's right. I picked my favorite bet from each game, and I put them together, and Boggs has done it today, too. So we're all going to get and feast on the Turkey Day Parlay, which means I got to put my turkey hat on.
Oh, right, look here, at that.
Because there we go. We got the turkey hat, and we're going to do the Turkey Day Parlay. There it is. Look at it. It's got
Don't
the
cover your eyes.
There. Well, I mean, it might cover my face. People might think that might be a better solution.
Is that how you rob your banks? Is in this thing? You pull it all the way down over your face?
Give me all the money you got. Yeah, exactly. That's what we got. All right. Let's go. For me, I'm going to start with my over 26.5 for the Detroit Lions. Total points. Told you I love this one. Always Detroit team total. Always. Cowboys +3 you can get here. And I'm going to take the over on 51.5 here for the total in this game between Cincinnati and Baltimore. You put those three things together and you get 624, 6-1, baby. Let's go. That is my official Turkey Day Parlay for 2025 Thanksgiving. Boggs, what do you have?
I'm going to go Dallas +3. I'm going to take the Kelce anytime touchdown, and I'm going to pair my Derrick Henry over 17.5 rush attempts. That is +606 on Hard Rock Bet. Go get it. We got some 6 times your money here. Love it.
And remember, everybody, we've got all the Betting Pros tools available for you, so you can go ahead and make really good selections. We've got the same game parlay tool. We got the prop bet cheat sheet. So Hard Rock Bet has all of those specials they're doing. So a lot of ways for you to make some money this holiday week. And of course, the last way we like to make money is with touchdown calls. So my favorite touchdown call of the day, JaMarr Chase would be a good one, but again, the money isn't great on that in terms of return. I'm going to go with Amon-Ra St. Brown +210. That's where I'm going. 2-1. Keeping it simple, stupid. That's what I'm doing. Scott Bogman, what's your favorite touchdown call for Turkey Day?
Yeah, I think, look, we know Lamar's gimpy and he's probably not going to run a lot, but +230 for him to score, just a simple naked bootleg gets him in the end zone. So +230, if you're giving me that for Lamar, I'm going to take it. So +230. Obviously, Kelce is my favorite because that's in my parlay, but the juice is way better on Lamar. So I'll say Lamar for this part.
It's like when you're playing football, in the yard with your uncles and your cousins. And it's like, oh, yeah, I'm old, I can't move. And all of a sudden your uncle, runs one in there. And you're like, I thought you couldn't move, you jerk. That's what happens. That's exactly what Lamar's going to do. It's the old okey doke. I can tell you right now.
Right.
That's what's going to happen.
Rope-a-dope.
There you go. All right, these two dopes are done. Want everybody to enjoy their Thanksgiving holiday. And again, subscribe to the Betting Pros channel here on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast. That'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on. For Scott Bogman, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids.